Now let's continue with the maxillary division. We know this is pure sensory nerve. Then we also know that it is present at the lateral wall of cavernous sinus. It will enter the pterygopalatine fossa through the foramen rotundum. Now about the pterygopalatine ganglion. This pterygopalatine ganglion is present in the pterygopalatine fossa, and it is attached with maxillary division as well. So we know two things about the pterygopalatine ganglion, that it is in the pterygopalatine fossa, and that it has an attachment with the maxillary division. Then the pterygopalatine nerves are 2 in number, and then the posterior alveolar nerve. This posterior alveolar nerve will enter the orbit through inferior orbital fissure. It also has further branches. The first one is zygomatic branch, and the zygomatic branch further has 2 branches. These are important, so I'm mentioning them here: zygomaticofacial and zygomaticotemporal. And then the middle anterior and superior alveolar branches, and comes out of the infratemporal foramen. This information is basically about the maxillary division, so you actually write it down like that. So it comes out of the infratemporal foramen and is called infratemporal nerve. So if you understand this like this, is the interior and the superior alveolar nerve. When it comes out, these branches, when they come out of the infratemporal foramen, that's when they're called the infratemporal nerve. Now what you need to do is that do the dermatomes of the face, do the diagram, so it will help you a lot. Now let's move to the pathway. Now let's do the route of the maxillary division. It starts from the lateral wall of cavernous sinus, then it enters pterygopalatine fossa. How does it enter the pterygopalatine fossa? You know, it's through foramen rotundum. Anyways, so now over here at the pterygopalatine fossa, here it gives out 2 branches for the pterygopalatine ganglion. So these are the pterygopalatine branches right here. Let's talk about the other branches that it gives out. The other branches are the zygomatic branch and the anterior superior alveolar branch, then the middle superior alveolar branch, posterior superior alveolar branches. So yeah, this is how they're divided. I'm sorry this one's really messy, but just make your notes cleaner than this. Anyway, so zygomatic branch, it enters orbit. It will enter the orbit through the floor of the orbit. So, and at the floor of the orbit, it will divide into 2 branches. So the 2 branches are the ones that we did before: zygomaticofacial and zygomaticotemporal. So another thing over here, I'll write it down, that this zygomatic branch came out of the orbit, and but after this is like they came out of the orbit from the infraorbital foramen. This is the further route basically. So now these will come out of the orbit and form the infraorbital foramen, from the infraorbital foramen, and these will be called infraorbital nerve.